What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I need y'all to get into this live. We're gonna talk about some things. Let me give y'all a second to join the live. It's gonna be a lot to talk about. I haven't did one of these in a long time. I know a lot of people is asking about my recovery. I'm going to give a short update on that, but I want to talk about the contract. I want to talk about other things that's happening all around the system regarding the fight. If at any time you guys cannot hear me, can you please let me know? As you see, I'm using a microphone. We stepped up the technology. So if at any time you cannot hear me, please feel free to write it in the comments so I can see it. I just want to share this out in a couple of groups before we get started. Like I said, I have a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the Jordan Neely situation. We're going to talk about our contract. We're going to talk about unity, in this department. What's up, Lance? How you doing? Eugenia, how you doing? Sin, how you doing? What's going on, QB? How you doing? Yeah. Give me a second. Let me just share this out in a couple of groups. I got a lot of information for you guys. And we don't like to keep information to ourselves. We like to share the information. So make sure that you put people on to this live. Now, real quick, I know a lot of people been asking me, Tramel, how you doing? I still cannot walk yet. Actually, I found out today. I went to the doctor today. I went to see my surgeon today, and I need one more surgery. So after I get that next surgery, schedule that next surgery, I should be good to go. But forget about me right now. We have a contract fight that we are in the middle of right now. We have a serious contract fight. And it's 5 days left until the contract expires. And guess what? We don't know anything about our contract. We don't know what the MTA is willing to offer us. We don't know what the percentages are, what they trying to take away from us. We don't know anything, right? And as a union member, a dues paying member, you have stake in this company. You have stake in Local 100. And these elected reps do not treat us as if we are partners in this. They treat us as if we work for them and they are the end all be all of everything. And it don't work like that. Just think about it. We have 5 days left to the expiration of our contract, and we don't know anything about our contract. Anything. We don't know nothing. Everything is speculation at this time. Right? Everything that we are talking about right now is speculation. Hold on, let me write something in the chat real quick. Hold on, I gotta pin something. But like I said, share out the live. I'm about to give out a whole bunch of information of things that's happening. Right? So everybody heard about the Jordan Neely situation. EDP basically choked out on the train, and police taking a long time to arrive, and it's just chaos in the subways altogether, right? And we not safe. We not safe as workers. We not safe as passengers. And the last thing that we want is vigilantes to go down into the system to decide who lives and who dies, because that's basically what happened, right? And we see this every day. We seen the mayor say, he's sending help down there. But, us workers, we are seeing something totally different. The E-Train still looks like Homeless Express, right? EDP Express. They not getting no help. And as a result of the EDPs and the homeless not getting no help, they putting us at danger. It's as simple as that. Now, I want to play a video for you guys that the union put up just now. I'm gonna have to play it from my phone. And this is their contract fight. This is their contract fight, and I want you guys to see and hear what's going on. Hold on one second. Let me make it. Let me make it loud so you guys. So you,
5 short days away. This rally will resonate at 2 Broadway for the powers that be. So we appreciate everybody coming out. We're going right back to the bargaining table. From here back to the bargaining table, Matt and Shirley are fighting for CED departmentals. We're fighting for the main contract. But it's more important that we're all here and sticking together. Together we win.
let me tell you guys how BS that is, right? They saying together we win, right? That may be true, but we don't have no togetherness in Local 100. Just look how they doing the rallies. There has only been rallies in buses, MapStoa, TA Surface, CED, and MOW. There has been no rallies for RTO. There has been no rallies for stations, right? Stations and RTO is being left out of this whole entire fight, right? Buses is going to always represent buses, whether it's in Queens, whether it's MTA bus, OATA Surface, they have representation. They had a MapStoa Quill rally. They had a rally in TA Surface. They had CED rallies. They had MOW rallies. There's absolutely no rallies in RTO or stations, right? It's like subways is being totally left out of this, right? So there's no unity. And then why aren't they having one big rally for everyone to participate? Why isn't there a rally at 2 Broadway, in front of 2 Broadway? Now, before they used to give the rally when the building was empty. Now you got a new president, Richie Davis, and he doesn't want to do a rally at 2 Broadway at all, and that's only to benefit management. That's only to benefit management. Why aren't they having big rallies? Right? Why aren't they having big rallies? And why aren't they inviting everyone? I thought we were stronger together. I thought that this was about unity. Let me tell you guys something. There's no unity in Local 100. Absolutely not. There is no unity in Local 100. The only unity they care about is going along to get along. They don't care about nothing else. The only unity they care about is the go along, get along game. That's it. That's it. And I'm going to give you guys an example of unity, right? Let's think about it like this. Bus's last contract, they got 30-minute guaranteed lunch break for their operators. If there was true unity in Local 100 in this administration, why didn't, at the time, Eric Logel was the vice president of RTO, why didn't the TA Surface vice president and the RTO vice president come together in unity to say, hey, look, I'm getting 30-minute guaranteed lunch for my department. You should try to get it for yours. Let's fight together and see how we can win this together. They didn't do that because you want to know what? There's no unity in Local 100. There's absolutely no unity because you know what goes on behind the scenes that a lot of the members don't know about? They like to throw dirt on each other. They like to say, look what I got in my department. You couldn't get this in your department. My department is better than yours. Look what we doing over here. My department is stronger than yours. Look what we doing over here. There's absolutely no unity. So please stop with this whole unity thing. We elect reps to lead us. There's no gray area in that. There's absolutely no gray area when it comes to leadership. We elect reps to bring us to the promised land, if you want to call it that. Right? We elect reps to make our lives, our workplaces a day better. And guess what? In some departments, we are regressing. right? In some departments, we not getting better, we getting worse. And there's no unity, right? Because if you ask them, well, yeah, look, we united over here. You know who they united with? They united with people who tell them what they want to hear. They united with people who go along to get along. And that's not how you win. That's not how you win. I see Denise Chisholm said leadership has left the building. She's absolutely right. It's absolutely right. They pulling the oldest stunt in the book on us. It's called divide and conquer. There's a reason why they only having rallies and buses. There's a reason why they only having rallies in MOW. There's a reason why they only having rallies in CED and leaving stations and RTO to fend for ourselves. That don't look like unity to me. Now, before I go spilling into this whole unity stuff, I'm going to come back to that because I want to point something out to you guys, because I said something about stations department and they took it the wrong way, and I'm going to explain it, because we're not here to fight with each other, right? We're not here to argue with each other, because it's not station agents' fault what's going on. It's not RTO members' fault, conductors' fault as to what's going on, right? If there's a misunderstanding, we must talk about it. We must talk through it. We don't talk down to each other, right? Because we not each other enemies. We know who's working against us, right? So I'm going to clear that up. But before I clear that up, I want to get to what's going on in Canada, right? So a lot of people don't know is that the TCC, that's the transit organization in Canada, they had took basically their version of the Taylor Law to court, right? They took their version of the Taylor Law to court, and they won. Now the workers in Canada, that's where Byford came from. Byford came from the TCC, right? They have won the opportunity to strike, right? Now let's just think about this. What's so important about striking, right? The importance about striking is exactly what the MTA do to us. The MTA do not bargain in good faith, right? Every time we negotiate a contract, month, 2 months later, they find another book with billions of dollars, and guess what? We already signed our contract. We got the short end of the stick. The MTA found billions of dollars in somebody's drawer, and now everything is all good again, right? That's not bargaining in good faith. Absolutely not, right? Workers should have the opportunity to strike. I don't think that nobody want to go on strike, but if the company is not negotiating in good faith, then what leverage do we have to get everything that we deserve, right? So if you can't go on strike and you at an impasse, right? That means that neither side is basically giving in. Then it's gonna go to an arbitrator, and the arbitrator is going to give us the raises what everybody else signed on to, right? Now, the reason I bring this up is because our union is doing a smoke screen and mirror thing with us, right? They are saying what they trying to do is go through the legislative process, right? They try to go through the legislative process of trying to get the Taylor Law changed. If the union really meant business, if the union was really for the members, if the union was not afraid of government, wasn't afraid of Cuomo at the time, is not afraid of Hochul, why don't they challenge the Taylor Law in court? It is unconstitutional. The Taylor Law is unconstitutional. And if you guys watch in the comments exactly what Nuke said, the MTA throw the Taylor Law in our face every chance they get. When that shooting had happened at 36th Street in Brooklyn, and I went live like I'm doing now, guess what the MTA tried to do? They said I violated the Taylor Law. I created a work stoppage, right? What just happened in Flatbush Depot with that unsafe condition over there. They trying to say that division chair, Richard Thorne, violated the Taylor Law. The MTA violate the Taylor Law every chance they get. Why are we not holding them accountable and taking them to court on the Taylor Law? Forget about legislation. You can sue. You can sue, right? So shout out to the workers in Canada who took their government to court and they won, because if you don't have the right to strike, you don't have the right to fight. It is as simple as that, right? Now, I want to talk a little bit about dual employment. I had seen, and I need everybody to pay attention to this, right? I had seen this conductor. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was out on assault, right? He was assaulted. I heard the guy got arrested, did like 7 months in jail, something like that. I'm not really sure, but the guy got arrested who assaulted him and everything. So he went out. I don't know what his injuries were, but I'm guessing it definitely was PTSD, right? So the MTA hired investigators to follow this guy who was out on assault, right? To say whatever they was trying to say. But on his Facebook page, he ended up having that he was the owner of a particular business, right? So now what they tried to do, or what they did, was that they brought him up on charges of dual employment. Now, he stated in his post that he was not a worker of the company, which means that he wasn't going out there physically doing the duties of what his company was. He owned a trucking company, right? He wasn't out there physically driving trucks. He just owned the company. And the MTA gave him 10 days in the street for owning a company. Now, let's think about this. Transit workers as a whole, right? New York City transit workers as a whole is working in a city in which we can't afford to live, right? This conductor had the audacity to want to provide a better life for his family. And the MTA said, no, you cannot do that. You cannot own a company. And if you decide to own a company, you have to get our permission first, right? Think about that. What type of modern day slavery is that you have to go to the MTA to say, hey, boss, may I have me another job? Think about that. They don't want to pay us the rate that we should get paid for the work that we do in this city. They don't want to pay us when we out on workers' comp. They don't want to pay us when we put in OT slips. They want to nickel and dime us every chance they get. And the chance that we say we're going to get us another job to provide better for our families, to get that $1 million house like that boss got. So I won't have to spend as much time away from my family as possible working all this overtime for a company who don't appreciate us. I want to send my kid to a better school. I want to provide them with a better life than what I had. And that may cause me to go get another job. I got to go get permission from them. Is this really 2023? You got to get permission to go get another job. And when I came back to work last September, right, I was pulled down to SIR. I was interrogated for about 5-6 hours. And one thing they asked me was, are you making money off of your videos? I mean, if they decide, right, to try to penalize my free speech, I think they want the MTA to be Trammell Transportation Authority, because they will have a long, they basically just cut the check. Just cut the check. A few people already is about to start cutting some checks. They might as well just get in line and cut the checks, because I am not going to let this company decide or infringe on any one of my rights, right? The other day, you had, before we was allowed to wear the polos the other day, I had people hitting me up. It was like in April, and I think it was damn near like 90 degrees. And people was like, yo, I'm hot. I want to wear my polo, but no, I don't know. Because you want to know what? My health and safety comes before this company. If it's 90 degrees and it's wintertime, I'm going to wear my polo shirt, and I'll deal with the consequences later. We are grown people at this job, and we worrying about getting written up because you got on the wrong shirt. Come on, man. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. There's no way possible this company got us that afraid that you don't want to wear a short sleeve shirt when it's 90 degrees, even though it's not the uniform. Like, this place is out of control. Why would they even try to put that type of restriction on us to not be able to wear our polo shirts whenever we want to wear our polo shirts? All of us don't perspire at the same rate. You got some people who be sweating in the wintertime. Maybe they need to wear their polo shirt in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they need to do that. Right? But come on, they try to control every aspect of our lives. Like when Nuke just commented again. They control, once they can control your money, they control every aspect about you. They control how often you come to work. They control how long you stay out on comp, because they know the average worker cannot miss a month worth of pay. Right? So what they do, we ain't gonna pay this person because we go force them back to work economically. We go force them back to work economically because we know that these people, you know, they don't know how to maneuver their money. We already got them on the brink of homelessness. They can't afford to miss a penny of work. So we're going to force them back to work every chance they get. Once you control someone economics, you control everything about them. We done seen this in government. We seen this in government. Once they can control your economics, they control every aspect about you. And this is what I'm going to tell people. I mean, I hope the union got this dual employment situation figured out, this contract. I really hope they do. If the MTA is not paying us at least $40 an hour, everyone in every title should be making at least $40 an hour. And I'm going to talk more about the cleaners in a few. But the cleaners in Metro North and Long Island Railroad get paid more than the cleaners in New York City Transit at top pay. Now, what are the cleaners in Long Island Railroad and Metro North is cleaning up versus the cleaners in New York City Transit? Long Island Railroad and Metro North don't have the homelessness. They don't have the EDPs. They don't have the anarchy that we have in New York City Transit. The cleaners in New York City Transit, if people want to look at that title and frown down upon that title, that's on you. But they should at least be getting paid $40 an hour at the least. At the least. The things that they have to deal with, the blood, the urine, the feces, all types of craziness. Right? Right? They should be getting paid at least $40 an hour, and everyone else should be getting paid 40 and up. This is a fact. Right? This is a fact. Now, I want to talk about a post that I put up talking about, you know, station agents making more than conductors. Now, once again, I'm going to say this again. If y'all don't know me by now, I mean, I don't know what to say. But I don't put up divisive posts for members to attack members. I don't do that, right? So what I was doing in that post, and I want to explain it more because I got you guys on camera, right? Historically, conductors always made more than station agents, right? Today, station agents make 60-something cent more than conductors, right? Now, we could get into, you know, what our jobs consist of and things like that. I'm not here for us to throw feces at each other to say, hey, I do more over here. Hey, I do this, I do that, I do this. The fact of the matter is that a station agent making more than a conductor is problematic for the ecosystem of a station agent. Now, I'm explaining for you guys, right? So if a station agent wants to go to RTO, right? Now, you could go the promotion way or you could self-promote yourself. There's more than one way to promote yourself. You could go the company way or you could self-promote, right? So some station agents go straight to tower operators. That's a promotion, right? Some station agents go to conductor. Why? Because it pays more money. And guess what? Not every promotion is about money. It's about opportunity within that department that you go in. A station agent job is basically a dead-end position, right? After station agent, you got to become a supervisor. After that, it's basically, you know, that's your only options. You don't have too many options after station agent within the station's department. You come to RTO, you become a conductor. You could be a train operator. You could be an ATD. You could be a tower operator. You could be a TD. You could become a superintendent. there's different things that you could do, right? There's different things that you could do to move the way you want to move. Now, this is the thing. This is the problem. You got a lot of new station agents that's coming on board, right? And we are all strained and pressed for money. All strained and pressed for money, right? Who's going to promote to a title that pays less than the title that you're getting paid now, right? So what does that do? That stops people from moving up. It creates a backlog in that department. You understand what I'm saying? And then think about this. The station agent title done changed. When bus operators become medically reclassified, when train operators and conductors become medically reclassified, we historically go to the station booth, right? Now, I'm going to tell you this. If I'm a conductor and I get medically reclassified and I go to stations, I'm going to be happy because I get paid more as a station agent than I do somewhere else. But the job of station agents done changed to where now they out of the booth. And let's just say, like for me, my leg is messed up, right? I don't know if I were able to ever be a conductor again. Let's just say that I have to be medically reclassified. I'm going to go to a department now where I have to stand up for most of my talk, right? So nobody thinking about that aspect of it and how it affects other departments. But as soon as I say, you know what, station agents make more than conductors, like people are saying, oh, you causing all this confusion. This is supposed to be unity. There's no unity in Local 100. Stop it, right? And station agents, cleaners start at 60% of their wage progression, right? Cleaners start at 60% of their wage progression. Station agents, you start at 70% of your wage progression. If you want to talk about unity, then let's talk about it. Are you unifying with the cleaners who's starting at an inferior wage progression as you, and you guys basically work together? You guys are in the same department. I don't see no unity with cleaners saying, hey, it's not fair that cleaners got to get 60% and I got 70%. Would that be, isn't that unity? You want to know what's not unity? Not unity is not saying something. Because you want to know what? When you choose silence, you choose the side of your oppressor. And being silent, the fact that cleaners only make 60%, or they start at 60% of their wage progression, while you start at 70%, like I start at 70%, and maintainer title start at 85%, I don't see no unity in that. I don't see no station agent that got in my inbox that commented on my posts talking about I'm being divisive. I don't see nobody uniting with the people in their own department to ask and throw a rally and do videos and create posts to ask, it's not fair that cleaners get 60% of their top pay while I'm getting 70. I don't see that. Right? Now, my post was not a shot at the station agents. See, you got to operate on a higher frequency. We gotta think higher. We gotta think outside the box. Who's responsible for getting station agents more money than conductors? It ain't the station agents. It's the union reps. Something went wrong inside there, right? And I'm gonna break down some math for you guys, right? Or some analytics. Not even math, but some analytics for you guys, so we could better understand what's going on here. And I'm going to use some real life examples and show you guys how the union don't think on a higher frequency. They don't think for the future. And that's why we are behind in a lot of the ways, right? So for an example, in my department, the first time that opto was put into the contract was 1994, 95, right? I think it was 94. It was at $2. Right? Now, you only get the $2 while you operate. The same thing with buses. Buses Arctic pay, they only get it in seat time. It's not a part of their base salary, right? It's not a part of their base salary. Now, by it not being a part of their base salary, when it's time to negotiate another contract, it's not the wage progression with our new percentages that we win during the contract. That $2 is not affected. So the same $2 that was negotiated originally in 1994, guess what opto train operators is getting today? that same $2. And guess what? $2 in 1994 is not the same $2 that you have in 2023. It's not the same $2 at all. Matter of fact, it may have been worth $2 back then, but now it's probably worth like 5 cents, right? Arctic bus operators, when y'all got the Arctic pay, that $2 should have been in your base pay, because that $2 will grow when you get a raise, right? They add 2% on it, 3% on it. After the years, that money grow. Now, what stations did that was smart, in my opinion. I don't know if they did it or management did it, but management had a lot of money to play with in the stations department, because they got rid of the lunch reliefs. The amount of money that they're going to be saving on lunch reliefs is going to be astronomical. So they could throw money at the stations department, right? But what they did in stations was that they gave on the road conductors that extra dollar or whatever it is they gave extra to them. They put it inside their base pay. So that dollar next contract is going to be worth more than $1, because it's going to affect your wage percentage, because it's a part of your base salary. It's a part of their base salary, right? So now a lot of things that I don't feel that there should be a disparity in pay between station agents that work the road and station agents that work in the office, right? Because station agents that work in the office, I believe, make less than the station agents that work on the road. A station agent is a station agent. A police officer that work the field, and a police officer that work inside the precinct and only doing precinct work, the police officer in the precinct should not get paid less than a police officer in the field, right? They both police officers. But for some reason, in Local 100 and in the MTA, they love to divide and conquer us like this. They divide us by department. They divide us by division. They divide us by uniform. They divide us by pay. All of this division. And I make a post and y'all say that I'm being divisive, but I never see none of y'all people who hit me behind the scenes, who decided to write a comment about what I said. And I wasn't saying it from a bad place. I was bringing attention to something. I don't see y'all saying nothing about the division of the people who really create the division inside our union. I don't see what's going on here, right? I don't see none of y'all doing that. But there's no unity inside this union. There's no unity inside this union. There's the go along, get along gang, and then there's us. It's the bottom line. That's just how it works, right? Now, like I said, when buses got the 30-minute lunch, guaranteed lunch, why didn't the bus VP and the RTO VP work together, right? Check this out. For those who don't know, when just recently, buses and TA Surface, they now get 3 hours for taking a student. Now, in my opinion, if that student is with you the whole day, then you should get paid a differential that whole time for taking that student, because you're actually doing management work, right? You're actually doing management work. They should pay us the whole day that we have that student, right? Now, that should be a differential pay. Opto shouldn't be a differential pay. Opto, if you pick Opto, then you should get that $2 inside your salary, bottom line, right? If you Opto qualified, if you are Opto qualified, you should get Opto. That Opto differential should be given to you whether you're doing Opto or not, because you qualified to do it. Whenever you get qualified to do something, your pay is supposed to go up, right? Now, the smoke screen that they did with stations is that stations' jobs is changing. It's becoming more technological, and now they got to learn all this new stuff, and they getting paid the extra dollar for that, or whatever the case may be, right? Guess what, RTO? We have new tech trains. We have the new signaling system, right? We have all of that stuff. You have to get trained for that. How come you getting trained for all this new technology and the wages is not reflective of the new training that we get? Right? Why isn't it reflective of that? Right? Who's dropping the ball? I can't be mad at an opto train operator because an opto train operator get paid more than a road train operator. They not getting that differential. It's only one person to be mad at, and it's the union reps for not having true unity within each other to fight for everyone. Listen to this. The union motto, they wear shirts all the time. You look at their rallies, they wear shirts that say stand as one. No, what they really mean is stand with the go along, get along gang. And if you don't go along to get along with us, then you out on your own. Because if our elected leaders don't show leadership within themselves, then how are we going to be led right? If you have TA Surface laughing at the RTO rep and say, hey, ha, 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 look what I got for my department. You couldn't get this for yours. That doesn't look like unity. That doesn't look like unity. When you have TA Surface, they got 3 hours pay when they train students and we still only getting 2, and there's no communication within the reps to say, hey, look, we getting this over here. Maybe you should work the angle like this with your department to see that you could get it. You know what I'm saying? There's no unity. And that's where we going wrong at, right? For the simple fact that Richie Davis is not having a contract rally for everyone to attend, and he's picking and choosing what departments is going to have a rally and what departments isn't. It's showing you that he does not care about us. He does not care about how, if we participate, if we involved or not, because that's showing me that we're already sold out. And guess what? I don't see nobody in my inbox saying, Trammell, it's unfair that he's rallying in these other departments and leaving you guys out. I don't see nobody in my post or comments or inbox saying, Trammell, what are we going to do that we continuously being left out and left out as stepchilds while everybody else get to eat? Right? I'm the last person, especially stations. The first rally I ever threw brought out like 300-400 people in front of 2 Broadway. I did a rally for the stations department. Right? When they tried to take away y'all lunch reliefs, I was on the front line. I wasn't in the back. When they took y'all out of the booths, I wasn't in the back. I was on the front line doing shows and letting people know how it's unsafe for you guys to work on that outside the booth, especially when the laws do not protect workers. I'm not one of those people that speak from the background. I'm on the front line, and nothing is going to stop me from being on the front line. I just went through a traumatic assault, and I'm still here advocating for the members. Right? Advocating for the members. Now, I had somebody in my post say, oh, you know, we lucky to have a job. Listen, I don't feel that way. I'm not lucky to have a job. You want to know what? I took a test to get this job. I filled out an application. I paid the application fee to have this job. I had to pass school call. I earned this job. This is my job, right? Furthermore, this ain't the end all be all for me and a whole bunch of others. You know, I know people that got fired from transit and made better lives than what they had at transit. I know a lot of people, when the pandemic happened, they left. They left transit. And they living good. I have never heard of someone getting fired from the MTA or leaving the MTA and committing suicide. I know a lot of people who left the MTA and created better for themselves. This is not the only job out there. And I get it. This job will accept anyone. You don't have to have a high school diploma. You could only have a high school diploma. You don't got to have no college. You could be a felon, a former felon, whatever the case is. They will hire you. I get it. But guess what? When you know what your worth is, and you know what you're capable of doing out here in this world, you will be fearless. You wouldn't be saying things, we lucky to have a job, because that type of narrative is only beneficial to management. Because you want to know what? Once they see you say, well, I'm just lucky to have a job, or I'm just happy to have a job, they know that you would take whatever conditions they apply on top of us. They know that we will take anything with that type of narrative. Me personally, I have a college degree. I'm motivated. I'm outgoing. I know how to market myself. I have plenty of connects. I know how to get out here in this world and make things happen. Me personally, I don't have to be in New York City Transit. I really don't, because I know my worth. I know how to market myself in this world. I know how to make things happen. Now, if you don't know how to make things happen, and you feel that if you lose this transit job, your life is over, then God bless you. I'm not here to throw dirt on you. If that's how you feel, I'm not even trying to change how you feel. But I'm on a higher frequency, higher way of thinking, higher learning. And if you don't agree that you just happy to have a job, then don't get in the way of the people who's fighting for better, who feel that we should have more pay, who feel that we should have better a better work-life balance, better work rules. Don't get in our way, because I'm one of those guys that I want better. And I don't only want better for me, I want better for everyone. If I wanted better for myself, I would have went to supervision when I was on the list, and they told me to come down to take my physical. I stayed here because I felt that I was here for a purpose. But I'm not going to stay here and fight with people who's thinking on lower levels. We not going to do that. I had another person in the comments say, well, it's only 61 cents. From that comment right there, I know that that person don't pay attention to the contract. They don't pay attention to anything. They don't do math. And I'm not throwing dirt, but this is just the truth. Right? This is just the truth. Like 61 cents. How much you think those 2%, 3% raises that we get a year? They be like 60 cents. Right? And how much you think 60-something cent an hour for a whole year is at the end of the year? It's $1,200. How many people got $1,200 to throw away? How many people got $1,200 to throw away? Right? A lot of people don't got $1,200 to throw away. Right? A lot of people ain't got $50 to throw away. A lot of this stuff be a front. A lot of people don't want to make it seem like that they this, they that. But a lot of people ain't got $50 to throw away. And guess what? We working at a job that people, MTA, ATM, man, y'all got to show me where the ATM is at, because I'm still looking for the ATM. Right? We don't got the money to throw away. Right? We should be lifting each other up. Guess what? If station agents is getting paid more than us, then guess what? Who's next up the ladder? No, there should be no man left behind. There should be no person left behind. We got to lift each other up. Like I said, who out there who is in my inbox, look at my post in Progressive Action and see all the people who saying, yo, Tramel, this, that. Why they not saying nothing about cleaners getting 60% of their wage progression to start? Why nobody saying that? Why nobody saying that? If y'all want to create some real unity, and instead of criticizing things that you see on Facebook and having these thoughts go through your head like somebody is trying to start a war between titles, why don't we all go fight for the cleaners so they can start at 70% of their wage progression like everyone else? Right? Y'all want to challenge? Y'all want to do something? Then let's do that. Because this is insane, the things that people decide to argue about and to bicker about. I was only bringing awareness to what was going on to conductors and how, listen, to be a conductor is not an easy job, right? We got to go through all this training. We got to be extra. We on one side of the planet one day, and then we on the next side of the planet the next day. We get no lunches, right? We don't eat lunch sometimes. We work. We forced to work 15, 16 hours a day. I mean, up to 16 hours a day. Extra. You could be on the extra. I was extra for like 3-4 years. I was extra for like 3-4 years. We safety sensitive. So there is a problem with conductors making less than the title they historically made more than. But the problem, we not mad at the station agents. No conductors going to be turning their nose up at station agents. We're going to be looking at our elected reps and saying, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Right? And as many arguments, as much bickering that I hear in the stations department talk about, oh, I don't want cleaners in my booth, this, that. That's not unity either. But moving forward, I'm only dealing with people who's dealing with higher frequencies, who's staying away from the member on member negativity. The members is not the ones that's hurting us. The only thing that the members that we should do more is that we should hold our elected reps accountable. We should go to our meetings. We should be more involved into what's going on here. We're not doing that. Right, that's the main gripe that I have with meetings, with members. But me putting up that post saying that station agents make more than conductors. If you thought that was causing friction, then you got to get on a higher level of thinking. Like us conductors, we really don't care, but there is a problem if station agents is making more than conductors. Just like it would be a problem if cleaners was making more than station agents. I'm quite sure station agents will be asking questions and questioning the leadership to say, hey, how did this happen? Rightfully so. But we must stick together. And moving forward. I've been speaking, y'all know that I'm connected politically. I have some famous friends. I ever since this accident, I've been surrounded around a lot of people, speaking to a lot of people, famous, political, that type of stuff. They be like, yo, Tramel, why you keep all that negative stuff in your group? Why you letting people say whatever they want to say? You need to delete them. You need to let them create their own negativity page and let them bicker and let them not do nothing. The people that's criticizing you don't do rallies. They don't help members. They don't know the contract. You don't need to have that energy around you. Right? But the thing is that we all need to fight. If cleaners get $40 an hour tomorrow, then that's cool. But what is my reps going to do to make sure that we do that? Because we all got to keep leapfrogging each other. That's how you're going to grow. That's how you grow. You don't grow being stagnant. Like, I don't understand how y'all don't understand the concept. You do not grow being stagnant. Y'all seen what happened if y'all paying attention to the NFL, right? We had Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts just signed the biggest contract in NFL history. He had a black woman negotiate his contract. He signed the biggest contract in NFL history. And then guess what happened after that? Lamar Jackson got his mother to negotiate his contract. And now he has the biggest contract in NFL history. Right? And then guess what's going to happen to the quarterback after him? They're going to get the biggest contract in NFL history. That's how we got to think about it. That's how we got to think. Yo, hold on. Station agents got this? Wait, we got to get this. Then stations can look at us and say, hey, hold on. Conductors got this? We need to get that. Who cares? But if we being stagnant, if we not moving, then we have no growth. Like they say, slow motion is better than no motion. Oatmeal is better than no meal. Right now, we have departments or titles that's getting no meal. We not eating. We have no motion. The only motion that we have is discipline, and that train is moving at 100 miles per hour. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, I'm not dealing with the lower frequency stuff no more. And to my retirees out there, I love y'all. But y'all got it messed up too. Or the people who's about to retire, they saying, oh, I'm almost off of this train. I'm done with this, and this is y'all fight. Guess what, retirees? They're about to come after y'all. Do you know that they trying to make you guys pay for your own health benefits? Right? So guess what happens, what normally happens when you retire from New York City Transit? They say that you only live a couple of years after you retire. I don't know the truth in that. But normally the older you get, the more prone you are to sicknesses, to physiological issues and things of that nature. And guess what? If they take away your health benefits, guess who you're going to be coming to help fight for you? The people who still got their foot in the game, right? That's who you're going to come to. About 7 years ago, I told you guys, retirees, they go come for y'all because they running out of stuff to give up. The next thing they go give up is y'all, and y'all don't have a fight. Because y'all saying, oh, I'm off of here, I'm retiring, I'm on this island, I bought this house, I don't got to get up for work, I don't got to do this, I'm doing da 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 da. Then when you don't have no health benefits, that tune change. Right? That tune changes. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that whether you're a day on the job, whether you 10 years removed from the job, you still have an obligation to fight. You was a part of a union. You was not running your own business. You was not working at your own company for 25 years. You was a part of a union. And guess what? When the union start losing things, retirees get affected also. You got to understand that. You must understand that. But I don't get it. And Nuke bringing up another good point. You know, why do we have to give up something in negotiations? This is something that you always think about. Why do we always have to exchange something with management? Why can't management say, you know what, you guys are doing an excellent job. We don't want nothing from you guys. We want to give you guys an extra mental health day. We want to give you guys the pay that you deserve. We want to give you guys the health benefits you deserve. Why do we always have to give something in return? When you see NFL players, professional sport athletes, when you see people that work for corporations who want to raise and things of that nature, want promotions or whatever the case is, they never give up anything. They never give up anything. How come in this union, when we collective bargain, we got to give up something? That is the most backwards way of negotiating ever. Who started that trend? We should never have to give up anything. Why would they even want to take something from us? It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, it makes sense for them because it gives them an opportunity to always keep their foot on our necks. But we got to remember, when it comes to the MTA, we just a number to them, right? We're just a number to them. They don't care. We don't have names. The first thing they say when you need something or they want to communicate with you, what's your pass number? That's how they identify you, right? But I'm going to tell you this. When you're dealing with a toxic company, they never change themselves. They only change their victims. And right now, whenever someone come on a job and somebody get fired, it's just a revolving door of victims for them. This company is toxic. This company does not care about their workers. No matter how much they say it. Y'all know how the saying goes. Action speaks louder than words. Right? Action speaks louder than words. Tell me some actions that the MTA did to show you that they care about you. Tell me some actions that the MTA did to show you that they care if you get home safe at night to your family. Tell me some actions that the MTA did that care if you 7, 8 months pregnant on a job. Show me some actions that the MTA did when you get assaulted at work and you need some time off. Actions always speak louder than words. This company does not care about us. And another thing, when we keep electing in our friends, we elect our friends into office, right? We don't elect the person who's capable of doing the job logically. We don't elect the person who knows the contract. We don't elect the person who's been fighting all this time for us. We elect the person who we went out to drink with. We elect the person who we work with every day because we see them every day and they running for something, and we want to show them, we want to support them. Right? That's what we do, and we fall behind. That strategy has not worked for us. That strategy has not worked for us. So there's a lot of fronts that we have to mature on. There's a lot of fronts that we have to do better on. But right now, I really hope that the union fix that situation with the cleaners. Cleaners do not need to start at 60% of their starting salary. They need to start at 70% like everyone else. And like I said, historically, the only jobs that black people and women were allowed to get here were porter jobs. We still see the remnants of racism in this company. It's 2023, and they still singled out one title. One title they singled out is the cleaner title, to say that they must start at 60% of their wage progression. I really hope that all of us could get behind that. We could get behind that push. I would like to see you guys get on Twitter. You know, the MTA watch Twitter every day, all day, every day. They watch Twitter. Get on Twitter at me. My name on Twitter is Progressive ACT. Get on Twitter at me. Let's bring some attention to all this racism that the MTA is doing, all this discrimination that the MTA is doing. Let's have, instead of fighting each other, because I'm not doing that no more. I'm gonna just start deleting y'all from the group, because y'all it's backwards for me to even keep people there to say what they want, because you got people that will follow the stupidity, right? If you can't debate me live or not talk about it live or whatever, talk about the contract, whatever the case is, we not on a higher level. I'm here to teach. I'm here to inspire. I'm here to help people grow. I'm here to help people really secure the bag, right? Because if you can't protect yourself when management is coming for your job and they wanna give you 10-day suspension, 15-day suspension. If you don't know how to protect yourself, you're not securing the bag. People love to come to work. Oh, I'm securing the bag. They take their little pictures. They put it on social media. The minute they get in trouble, they asking somebody else to help them really secure their bag because management trying to take their bag away from them. I'm trying to help people secure their bag. I'm trying to inspire people to be the change that they want to see. I got so many people elected who change their whole ideology once they get in. I'm not doing that ever again. Not doing that ever again. Right? I'm here to make this place a day better. Right? And I don't have to do this work. I don't have to do it. I could do what everybody else do. Do they eat and skate, focus on my family, focus on my money. I don't have to care about nobody else's money. People on my team don't have to care about nobody else's money. We don't have to do these lives. We don't have to do any of this stuff. But I want to see us better as a people. I want to see us grow. I want to see us be as strong monetarily, strong union-wise like Long Island Railroad and Metro North. I want to see us win. It's as simple as that, people. Now, what I need for you guys to do, I need you guys to support the platform. I need you guys to support the platform. Y'all see the Cash App at the bottom of the screen, Progressive Action 100. Please support the platform. Right now, as you guys know, I'm out. I can't walk. I haven't been cleared to walk. Like I said in the beginning of the show, I was informed I have to do another surgery, one more surgery, according to them. So I need you guys to donate to the platform, and let's continue to grow. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen, $ Progressive Action 100. Please donate to the platform. Please help your brother. MTA is not paying me. Y'all already know how I go, and it's going to be a long fight ahead of me. If you appreciate the work we do, donate to the platform. The next time y'all see me, hopefully I will do a call-in show. And I'm trying to do that once we find out what the contract is. I want to hear from you guys. It's about us. It's about us communicating. It's about us getting understanding with each other. If you don't agree with me about something, call into the show and let's talk about it. It's as simple as that. We're not here to fight with each other. We're not here to argue with each other. These union reps, they go along, get along. But us, the members, the people, us, members, the people, when we unite, we can't be stopped. Donate to the platform, Cash App, $ Progressive Action 100. I'll catch you guys later. I hope this information was helpful for you guys. Catch you. Peace.